In any cyber investigation, whether it's a suspected breach, malware infection, or an insider threat, standardized log collection is one of the most important first steps. But what do you mean by standardize? It means having a consistent, repeatable process for gathering the right logs from right sources across all the systems so that nothing critical is missed and analysis can be done quickly and accurately. So, in any cyber investigations, there are various kinds of logs from endpoints that are security logs like logon attempts, privileged use, system logs like driver installations or services, application logs, PowerShell logs, scheduled tasks, etc. and etc. So it is very important that these logs are collected in time in a fast and swift manner so that an investigation and analysis can be done for that. For the same purpose, today I will discuss a very important tool developed by Eric Zimmerman, which is known as KAPE. It is known as Kroll Artifact Parser and Extractor, which is a triage forensic tool developed by Kroll company. It is designed to quickly collect and process forensic artifacts from Windows systems, either live systems or forensic images. It is primarily used in data forensics, incident response, malware investigations, and security auditing. To download KAPE, you can go to official website of Kroll and mention some of the few details using which you can download the KAPE. I have already downloaded the setup of KAPE in my system, and today I will introduce you to the graphical interface of KAPE. Run gkape as administrator. So KAPE has both. It is a command line functionality and a graphical interface also. Command line facility is very flexible, but the graphical interface has its own advantage which is very user friendly and easy to use. So this is basically the outlook of KAPE tool. Here you can do a number of things. We will go one by one and collect the logs from this endpoint. First of all, you can see on the left hand side it is written use target option. So basically KAPE works in two modes, primarily two stages. One is the log collection phase, which is on the left side of the screen, and second is the parser, which parses these logs in readable formats. First we will use click this so that we can select these options. First of all, we have to collect target source, which is basically the source from where you want to collect these logs. In my case, I will collect my logs from C drive because most of the programs and functions are saved in C drive. Second option is where you want to save this triage image. For that, we will make a dedicated folder on our desktop. Go to desktop and make a new folder, which is KAPE image. Remember, this folder should be empty, otherwise everything inside this folder is formatted. I think it has not taken the name correctly, so we will do it once again. Go to desktop and select KAPE image. Now, below that you can see various types of YAML based scripts for log collection. If you will double click on this, you will see various type of logs it will collect and from which location it will collect the logs. You can see here in basic collection it will collect event logs, events of execution, file system logs, link files, jump lists, etc. and etc. So there are n number of options which you can drag and select based on your requirements. For initial purpose, I will use Sans triage, which collects most of the logs. I will use it for this purpose. Once you have selected that which types of logs you want to collect, you will go to the module options, which is the parsing. Here also you will select the destination where you want to save your process logs. We will make a separate folder for this also on our desktop and name it KAPE processed logs and select it. Here also you will see various types of parsers which are available. You can double click on it and see which kind of parsing here they are doing. Here also I will select PZ parser, which is the parser made by Eric Zimmerman himself. Below that you will see export options. Here you can save your logs in any format, either in CSV, HTML or JSON. Now, export format depends upon what are the tools or processes or the functions which you are using to process these logs. In my case, I will choose CSV. I will click on debug messages and then on the bottom right, I will click execute to start collection. There will be a prompt which will say that the contents of the target destination, which is our folder KAPE image we have made on the desktop, and module destination, which is the KAPE process log, must be empty or they will be formatted. We will click OK and soon you will see a prompt where your log collection and image triaging will begin. So based on our script, this will go to each and every folder of our C drive, collect the logs, make a triage image of that, and over that triage image there will be a parser which will process those logs into a standardized format which we can process, investigate, analyze and draw useful results from. So wait for this process to end. I will pause the video until this process is completed. You can see that KAPE is collecting all the logs from our drives. You can see the process of the log collection on the top bar of this window. But meanwhile the KAPE is collecting these triage images and logs, we will go into our folders which we have made on the desktop, which is KAPE image. We can see that it has taken important artifacts from our triage image, which is in user section. You can see that it has taken the logged in users, the app data, roaming, the information from our browsers which we are using. Then it has also taken important data from recycle bin, program data, Windows. You can also see here it has also collected $boot, log file, MFT, secure file, which are very important for our analysis. Once it has successfully made the triage image, it will start processing these logs using the parser. You can see here that it has already parsed various type of logs like amcache, file system logs, which is MFT, etc. and etc. Soon it will parse all the logs and then we will discuss here how to analyze these logs. So you can see that our KAPE has successfully parsed all the logs in our folder. You can see here what are the processors which have been executed and the time taken. The time taken can depend the processor and the capacity of the endpoint, but generally KAPE is very fast and efficient. Now we will go into our KAPE process logs to see all the logs which have been parsed. You can see there on the first there is event logs. So KAPE has collected all the event logs which are there in the win event directory you see and has combined it in a form of a CSV. To view this CSV file, I am using another utility by Eric Zimmerman which is known as Timeline Explorer. If you are bored of using a simple Excel file for your daily log analysis, you can consider this. It has great functionalities which are very handy. For just an example, if I want to see various kinds of map descriptions in the event logs, I can simply drag this and take to the top. Then it will categorize all the logs into various kinds of events which has happened. For example, if I just want to see that OS was shut down, for that, if I want to see event logs, it will show me only the event logs for which the OS was shut down. This is another utility which I would say that you should surely try. So now our parser has combined all the event logs in single CSV file where you can do searching, you can put your own filters and logics to analyze. We will discuss about Timeline Explorer or analyzing those event logs in some another video. Today, we are going to see various other kinds of logs which are generated, such as file deletion logs, file folder access logs. You can see here it has created separate logs for both the users, for John and Santa as well. Then there are file system logs, which contains the MFT logs, which are very important for knowing the creation time of any file. Similarly, we have $general, then program execution logs, mcache logs. Then it has also parsed the registries, registry hives. You know that Windows maintain registry hives for various kinds of activities. So it has parsed all the registry hives with their respective values and important data. Then we have SQL databases if available. In my case, there was no SQL installed. Then we have Scrum databases also. So you can see along with this triage image, which we earlier saw, and these process logs, we can do number of investigations. KAPE provides standardization of collection, whether you are going or you are asking someone else on your behalf to collect these logs. There is a standardized format for log collection and you can do number of analysis on that. There are various Eric Zimmerman tools as well, which are very handy in our analysis process. You can see the documentation from here. If you want that I should discuss these Eric Zimmerman tools one by one and what are their uses and how they can be used to extract very critical artifacts in our digital forensic analysis, please post a comment and I will be very happy to make videos on that. If you're liking the content on the channel, please do subscribe, like the video, and do please share your feedback in comments. Thank you.